Hey, party people, what's going on? It's Necromancer134 here with my latest video. So, again, I did a video quite a while back. I'll put a link in this video. It was top 3 piston house features. It featured a lockable door, a hidden staircase that was flush with the floor, I think, and hidden storage or extra storage. This really isn't, as you can see, it's not really hidden. You can see the storage right there, and you can also get to it like that. But it's more for aesthetic purposes. It's not really like I feel like this would be more for either single player or to impress people on multiplayer. It's not really to like hide your chest from someone who might be looking to steal something, because obviously, as you can see, if you walked into a base that looked like this, not that hard to see. So, anyways, that's essentially how it works. Then you have access to all 3 chests in a way that looks aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, so I'm going to show you how to build this in 2 parts. First of all, I just want you to know that all of this redstone, well, not all of it, but a lot of it's unnecessary, just unnecessary wiring. I'm going to teach you the concept, and really, it's up to you about how you guys want to wire it. There are ways to make it extremely compact, and then if you don't really care about making something compact, then there are ways to do it over a long distance and just make it very easy. So let's start with the main part of it. Like the big contraption to it that makes it work is this T flip-flop, because as you can see, I'm using a button, which is much cooler than a lever. If I was flipping a lever, if there was a lever in that base, it wouldn't look nearly as cool. So this is a T flip-flop, and I don't remember where I first saw this, but this is not mine. T flip-flops have been around since Redstone has existed, mainly when pistons came, but I think there might have been things before that. Not positive. But I digress, sorry about that. So what this does is every time I press the button, it changes the input, and it uses this block to do so. For instance, so we're taking a redstone signal, putting it through this block, and here is our output. So this redstone lamp block is the output that we want to change every time we press the button, and it does so by taking away this block, so this input cannot reach through the block to get to our output. So I press it, boom, as you can see, it's taken down. Okay, and I put this up in the edge so it'd be really easy to see, and I'll explain it. If you would like to know how to build it, please just freeze the video at any time, and you can test it out yourself. I'm not going to go through rebuilding it just because it is quite simple. Really, I'm going to take this button. This is the only thing you need, really. Just this half right here. So this block to this piston over. I have this extra because if you want the input, obviously it would be a little difficult to build a wall and have all of this behind it and it be flush if you just had this part of the contraption and not the whole thing. So that's why I have this. So basically we have a button feeding into a repeater, and again you can make this as long as you want, but it has to end at a repeater into this block, or else the signal will not go to this block. So for instance, watch, I'll take this out and nothing happens because this redstone torch is a NOT gate, so we need to turn that off, and the way we do so is by powering this redstone, which powers the block beside it. Because I know it's not a good representation, but in the old Minecraft, the redstone was a cross, so it went like this, but it was on one block, so it was like a cross on one block, so it showed you that it did in fact go in all 4 directions. It still does that, but they tried to make it more like dust, which is cool, but not a great representation of what it really does. And again, you do need a redstone repeater, because if I just had a redstone dust, it does deliver power to the block, but redstone mechanics, basically logic says that redstone dust can power into a block, but it cannot, it's not powerful enough to make an output of that block. And what that basically means, just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. When we use a redstone repeater instead, it powers the block, but also an output can go from any side of the block. So if I do this real quick, and I put all those, all sides would get power. So that's just what a redstone repeater can do, but a redstone dust cannot. So then this redstone dust turns off this redstone torch, which again is the NOT gate, and basically it's a timing feature. no matter where it starts, it's going to end up on the complete opposite. And again, I'll show you just for the lulz. And then last but simply not least, this is our input signal, and we do have a lever to keep this always on. You could instead do a redstone torch deal. Oh. And so then it would always be on, and that would work too. I just like the lever because although it is a lever, it takes up less space. So now that we have that on, it then powers through this block whenever it's in the on position, and boom, there's our output. So I know that was long and drastic and probably unneeded, but you know what? I'm sure somebody got use of that. So that's the main concept, the T flip-flop, and I'll be using that in one of my next creations too. I really love it. It's really cool, and I love the idea of using a button as a lever, but moving on. The last part that really puts it together, and you have to put these two things together to make what I made, but this is just the chest storage. So as you can see, you have your main chest, and then your up chest and your bottom chest, and obviously this would all be hidden like it was in the base, but really this is just a simple NOT gate. Like really, if you run to break it down, it's just a NOT gate plugged into pistons that pull away these stairs so that you can have the other two blocks. But what you do is if you plug this contraption into this contraption, it suddenly becomes something cooler because instead of having to use a lever, you use a button, and boom, it acts like a lever. It just, to me, I think the cool factor is like 10 times better than with a lever. But anyways, I am showing, this is really simple, so I don't really feel I need to go over this, and if I do, I think you can go in past videos and see what a NOT gate is. But yeah. I'm going to show you two ways of wiring it. Both have their advantages and both have their disadvantages. The first one is this way, which is long, drawn out, and I tried to aim somewhere towards the middle to start it. It does work at the same exact time, and it closes at the same exact time. Okay, but it does take up more space. This one over here is a simple NOT gate elevator, I guess. Basically, when I flip this switch, all the right side is going to turn off and all the left side is going to turn on. Effectively doing the same thing, but watch as it closes, or listen. Now see, I'm going to do that again. It opens really fast, but then listen how long it takes to close. So that does take a little while to close. Now, watch when I do this one. It's like instantaneous. So, you know, this one will take up a lot less space, and this one will take up more space, but one is faster than the other. So really, it just depends on what you want to do. But yeah, I'm sorry I wanted to make this video a little bit quicker, but yeah, that's really just the concept of what the hidden storage is. And I know I took months. It's been like 5 months since I originally made that video, and I'm just now getting to this. But hey, you know what? Better late than never. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you got to the end of this video. Tell me something like pandas. Just put pandas somewhere in your comment, and tell me what you want to see next. But as always, thanks for watching.